And joining us right now on the Rothman Orthopaedics guest line, getting ready for his third NFL season, Eagles linebacker, former third-round pick, Davion Taylor. Davion, what's going on, man?
How you doing? I'm happy to be here.
Well, it's great to have you, my friend. It's great to have you. And first, I just want to talk about this because you got another camp coming up here. It's going to be your second football camp, Davion Taylor's second annual football camp. It's going to be getting underway July 7th. And then going to July 8th. That's a Thursday and Friday. How do we get involved? Who is this for? And Davion, why start up a football camp?
It's as you can see on the flyer right now. Who it's for is for the first day is going to be kindergarten through the 6th grade. The second day is going to be 7th through the 12th grade, and it's going to be a little bit bigger than last year. Last year I wanted to focus on just my county. And just on the high school kids, wanted to see how it was since it was my first camp getting on the way. This year I wanted it to be I wanted to bring the kids along because I had some parents coming to ask me, and my biggest thing I wanted to touch the youth, and that's why I really started this camp. And because like I know when I was younger, I always wanted some guys to come back, and I used to love going to camps. So and just being in the position just to give back to my community. That one of the biggest things I wanted to do was just make sure I come back, start a camp, and have something the kids can look up to every year, and just come to and learn some fundamentals, learn some things about the game, and just get a lot of knowledge from some other players.
That's great. Now, you said you went to some of these camps when you were a kid?
No, I said I just went to camps in general, not just
NFL
camps. There was nobody really from the NFL like when I was growing up from the county really just coming back and having these camps. So that's one thing I just wanted to do for this generation coming up.
That's great, man. What have you enjoyed the most about being able to work with the kids through year one?
Through year one, just seeing how much they want to learn. Like last time I was home and last camp, one time I feel like when I was talking or coaching them, or when the other coach was coaching them, they were so locked in, they were so engaged, and you can see that each kid was just eager to learn. They just all wanted to get better, and they all want to make it to the level that I'm at. So you can see the passion in their eyes. You can tell that everybody who was on the field they really want to play football at the next level. And I just want to just be that motivation and just come down and just give my little knowledge and my little motivation to help them make it to that next level.
That's fantastic. When it comes to you, my friend, how are you doing? Knee injury last year. It shortened your season to just 9 games after one hell of a game, and we'll talk about that in a second. But just right now, health-wise, after a couple OTA practices, how you feeling? I'm
feeling great. I'm feeling like I'm back 100%. Coming back off them games, we was aiming to come back towards the end of the season, but it was coming towards the last few weeks, I decided I know I wasn't going to play, and I didn't want to risk injuring it anymore. So I made sure I was rehabbing during the off season, making sure I was doing everything I can to come back feeling 100%. And I feel like the biggest thing was just hopping over that stump of like coming back from the injury, getting my mind literally just back to how it was, just knowing that I can actually use the knee like I was always using it. I can do the cuts I usually do. And it was just coming over that hump, and I feel like that's what I struggled just coming out of the injury. But going into OTAs, I felt like I came into OTAs feeling great. I was doing everything. I was able to compete with everybody on the field. I was able to just come and do everything at full speed and not feel like I was slacking behind.
Now, I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but those 2 forced fumbles you had against the Denver Broncos. When we talk about the Denver Broncos in that game last year, we talk a lot about Jalen Hurts and how great he looked in the first half of that game. But there was a scoop and score by Darius Slay in that game where he had, I believe, an 83-yard touchdown return. And that was started by you forcing the fumble. It was one of 2 forced fumbles you had in that game. You were the first Eagles linebacker in almost 20 years to force 2 fumbles in one game. First off, were you aware of that?
I was not aware of that.
For Eagles fans, the last guy to do it was Nate Wayne, and I have not screamed the name Nate Wayne in frustration in so long, thank goodness. But you came up with those 2 forced fumbles in that game, and then it was the next game that you suffered the knee injury.
Yeah, it was, and it was very sad that I had a knee injury, but coming off the Broncos game with those 2 fumbles, I feel like going into the Saints game, I had a level of confidence I never had going into that next game, because I feel like after that game, I saw that I can really be a great player in this league, and and I was so motivated going to the next game, feeling like I was going to do even more, and having a knee injury was really frustrating for me.
When do you feel like you're at your best on the football field? When you're doing what? I know everyone wants to be versatile, but where are you most comfortable? What are you most comfortable doing?
I love the run game. I love getting down and dirty with the big guys. Me coming down the shotgun shed. For me, like I've always seen myself as a physical linebacker. I love to hit people. I love to just go downhill and just get off blocks and everything. That's just something I've always been. And then coming from Colorado with Mel Tucker, he always taught us that's like we used to do like something called a freaks drill. We just me and the tight ends just run head up, just trying to who's gonna put each other back every single day. So like it was just me being a physical linebacker. I just love to come downhill.
Mm. Yeah, we used to game Bull in the Ring is what we played for my 1 year of organized football in high school. And then shortly thereafter, I was like, I probably shouldn't play football. I am not good at Bull in the Ring.
Yeah.
When it comes to what they have told you so far to this point, to work on different things, what are those things specifically? Everyone wants to get better at everything, but what are they telling you to focus on between now and training camp to improve upon?
I feel like two main things is my processing and efficient movement. Processing, and when I say processing, is just making sure like when the ball is snapped, know what is going on. I feel like last year, even though I got better game to game, I was taking a lot of false steps. If it was a pass play, I'll step up, and I'll be like not in my zone in time. So it was just little things that slowed me up. That I feel like I need to like be a little faster and efficient movement is just when I'm coming down here for the run, making sure I'm not crossing over myself. Or making sure I'm taking the right steps when I am going for a pass play, going for like it's a press play, making sure I'm like doing everything the correct way and making sure I have all my fundamentals intact to make sure that I'm completely that it make me a great player.
Understood. When it comes to these OTAs, I understand you had a interception. Was it off Jalen Hurts or did you force another fumble? What happened with that forced turnover that you had?
I can't remember. I don't think it was off Jalen Hurts, but I just remember like it was in a zone play. Then like it was me and Kazir White, and then Kazir broke off the ball, and like as he broke, he deflected in the air, and as he deflected in the air, I was like literally in the right spot at the right time, and I caught the interception.
Mm-hmm. Now these OTAs have come under some criticism. You've only had 6 practices, 6 OTAs. You can have as many as I believe 13. You're a guy who's coming off of injury. Is 6 OTAs enough before training camp?
I feel like as a team, I feel like we think it is enough simply because it's taking care of our bodies for one. And then when we was doing OTAs, every single day was a mental day. We knew when we had to go hard, and then we knew the coach was trying to take care of our bodies, so we made sure we stayed engaged when we were doing all the mental preparation. And if it was straight walkthroughs, and that's all we was doing, we were making sure that we was like it was always coach always say our walkthrough was like full speed into the snap. So now mental everything is just full speed in motion. You're shuffling over, you're doing everything. Then when the snap goes, you just walk through what you have to do. So like me personally, I love doing that because I'm a visual learner, but I also have to do it on the field. And even though it's not full speed, like slowing it down for me and me taking my time and going through everything, it was an efficient way for me to learn. And I feel like it's going to be. I know it's going to be enough come training camp.
Now, some fans might hear this, and I hear it as well, and I'm thinking to myself, we always want to know that the guys are in the building. Is it really as simple as, okay, OTAs are done, see you at training camp, or are there still guys that are going to be coming into NovaCare?
Oh yeah, there's always guys gonna be coming in here and there. Like there's some guys still there as we speak. And I know me personally, when after my camp, I'm going straight there 2 weeks earlier before training camp comes because I want to make sure I'm getting prepared for training camp, and so I don't have no injuries or nothing coming out of this training camp. And I always, every time I go back, I always see guys around. I know for a fact there's gonna be guys around the building. Everybody probably has their place to go train, but I know and I believe that the team's gonna come back ready to go.
All right, speaking more about these OTAs now, Jalen Hurts is a guy that everyone's going to be talking about. You play quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. You're going to get talked about a lot. A lot of reports, and he's talked about how much work he's put in the offseason. Nick Sirianni has talked about it. Apparently, he's bulked up a lot, too. Have you noticed any difference from Jalen Hurts last year to this year?
Yes, I've seen a lot of difference. One thing about it now, I feel like he's way more confident. Like he has some extra targets now with A.J. Brown and Zach Pascal. And he's been like completing a lot of his target more at 7-on-7 when we was doing that. So like what I've been seeing, he's looked way more confident, and he's been like you can tell his arm strength has gotten better, and his accuracy has gotten better. Like I can see a true and better quarterback coming this season, and I'm excited to see it.
All right, what do you? Let me just ask you this then, because people will knock Jalen Hurts and talk about his arm strength. I think his arm strength is fine. I don't think it's like elite top 5 in the NFL or anything like that, but I think it's fine. I want to see basically what you just told me, which is he looks more accurate. What do you say to people that say he doesn't have a strong enough arm?
Well, from my OTAs, he was throwing a whole bunch of deep balls, and what I was seeing, like he was like perfect on the money, and I feel like it's better than what I've seen last year, me personally.
Okay, all right, I'll take that. What can you tell us about this new look defense? Obviously, you're coming back. You're going to have Hassan Reddick playing back there. Brandon Graham's coming back. You got Jordan Davis on the defensive line. Whole slew of moves. Nakobe Dean, a fellow linebacker there. It's going to be looking a lot different this year. What can you tell me about Jonathan Gannon's scheme, quote unquote, that we can look forward to coming up this season?
I don't want to get too much up into it, but one thing I can say is going to be looking 10 times better than last year. We made some additions. We changed up some stuff with our defense. And then I feel like one thing that we have that's I feel like was great for us is depth. Like everybody, even like the second, third stringers, they're going to be ready to play. They're going to be ready to come out. And like, so we'll have good rotations coming in and like, we'll just see how it goes come the season.
When it comes to leadership, Rodney McLeod is a guy that, at least from the outside looking in, seemed to be a leader on the defensive side of the ball. Who do you think steps into that role? Is it going to be one guy, multiple guys? Is there one guy you look to right now? What does the leadership look like defensively?
Well, it's going to be probably multiple roles. I can see T.J. Edwards probably one of the just because he's one of the better linebackers in the room. He's been he was a starter last year, did good for us last year, and then like a lot of people like listens to him because he's got experience and he did a great job last year. Then Fletcher Cox is going to be one of those guys I feel like everybody's going to just listen to and looks up to. And then you have Darius Slay as the outside for the DB room. Like everybody, I feel like every position group has that leader in their room. And I feel like those are probably going to be the top 3 leaders coming the season.
First impressions of Nakobe Dean, first impressions of Jordan Davis.
Jordan Davis is wow. He's huge. He's huge. That's probably one of the biggest things when I first saw him. Like I remember I stood side to side and I was just looking up. And I was like, man, I told him straight up, like, you like, you're a big guy for real. But Nakobe Dean, I like his mentality when it comes to the game. Like, you can tell he's hungry for the game. You can tell he comes ready to work. And then being another Mississippi guy, me and him has like kind of clicked, and we've been been getting a little closer and everything. I feel like I've been helping him, even though we play the same position. I know we're gonna have to compete come the season, but I'm not like I feel like as like being through my 3rd year, I'm gonna help any guys coming in. I'm not selfish when it comes to like what I'm learning. So like everything I'm learning something, I'm going to tell him. But so like I see he want to learn, and he has all the hunger. I know he's going to be a great linebacker for the Eagles.
I have to ask you this. You mentioned Mississippi, so I'm going to ask you this 2-part question here. Answer whichever one comes to mind first. What was your welcome to the NFL moment, and what was your welcome to Philadelphia moment there, Mississippi kid?
Okay, welcome to NFL moment was probably the first game walking out the tunnel. Like just walking out the tunnel, even though like I got drafted the COVID year, just knowing that it was just an NFL game in my head. Like I literally just like, oh wow, I made it. That was in my head, like I made it. And then my top Philly moment was probably when I got drafted, just seeing the fans up under my my Twitter account because like I was like an unknown guy and everything. So that's probably like that was literally my welcome to Philly thing because like I heard about the Philly fans and how they could be. And then when I got drafted, it was just like some people was like happy, and like you had the 2 side of it. You had the bad side and you had the good side. But hey, that just comes with being a player in Philly. So I just accepted it.
The Eagles, I know this doesn't ring true in the last couple of years with yourself and Nakobe Dean, but the Eagles, like they don't take linebackers high in the draft. They took you in the 3rd round. They took Nakobe Dean in the 3rd round. Like I remember when they drafted you, I was thinking, "Oh my God, a linebacker! All right, sweet." Yeah. Because Philly loves defense. Before we move on here, I do want to just plug it one more time. Make sure people see that your camp is coming up here, your 2nd annual camp. Make sure you guys check this out. I'll let you guys see the bottom of this as well for the information. Email Davion Taylor footballcamp@gmail.com, or you can call 601-730-9233 for more information. So that looks like it's going to be a great time. And also, I want to plug this one more time for you as well. Make sure you guys are following. I like that you're Fast 5. That's also foreshadowing. That's also foreshadowing for what we got coming up here. This is great. So make sure you guys are following him on Instagram as well. Davion Taylor, would you like to play or take part in the Farzy 5 here on the Farzy Show?
Let's do it.
I like that. There's enthusiasm. Yep. All right. The band is here. You got spicy. You guys were saucy yesterday. Spicy today. All right. First question in the Farzy 5. Best job before football. Best job before football.
It's crazy because I never had a job before football. This was actually my first job. So this is my first job.
you never shoveled a driveway. Well, no, I guess you wouldn't. Raked leaves, nothing.
Okay, yeah, I wash cars. So you say best job, probably wash cars.
Wash cars. There you go. And a little money, money under the table. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Go-to fast food place.
Chipotle. I'm not sure if that's really called fast food, but that's my favorite place to eat. So.
If it's a favorite place to eat, God, it's gonna take you to a restaurant in Philly. Come on.
Yeah. Well, fast food, it's everything.
My personal thing with fast food is if you don't have a drive-through, you're not that fast. So that's my rule. That's my rule.
Okay, well,
but hey,
in that case, it's Chick-fil-A.
There you go. Chick-fil-A. Love it. First date deal breaker. First date deal breaker.
Not good hygiene. Yeah, because I've had that happen before. So you gotta, if you're not smelling good, you gotta. That's a deal breaker right there.
Now I'm gonna give you an Eagles edition as an Eagles player. Okay. Who's funnier, Brandon Graham or Darius Slay?
Got to me is Darius Slay, man. He's a true character. Brandon Graham is funny now, but Darius Slay, he's gonna come every single day, every single moment. Like he's gonna be funny. Like it's gonna be something funny coming out of his mouth every single time.
Copy that. And then here's the last one for you here. I'll two-part this one, but first part of it. If you had to pick one teammate to drive cross country with, who's your road trip partner?
Oh, it has to be Gardner Minshew. If anybody knows, he's like the best person to go on a road trip with. He has his own bus in the parking lot. You go on fishing trips.
Wait, bus?
Yeah, like for OTAs, he drove his personal bus to the park. Like he was on a road trip, drove his personal bus, and was sleeping in the parking lot the whole time during OTA. Yeah, if that had one person on a road trip with it would be him. And
I assume you would be taking his the Minshew mobile.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And then I'll ask you this one. You're such a nice guy, and I'm going to ask you this though: what makes Davion Taylor beep his horn in traffic?
Beep his horn in traffic.
What makes you give a little her? What makes you give a little speed it up there? What do you got?
I almost hit my car because I got that's my baby, and then so you almost hit my car, you're gonna get a honk.
What are we driving these days?
Mustang GT 2020.
Not a fella.
Got
some muscle.
Baby now.
Davion Taylor, an absolute pleasure. I hope I get a chance to talk to you in person. And hey, you guys can wrap it. Thank you very much. Yeah. Take 5. See ya. These guys, they just keep on playing all day. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. I wish you all the success in the world with the Eagles, and I just know that this football camp with the kids and everything is just going to be fantastic yet again. And make sure you guys are following Davion Taylor on social media as well. Davion Taylor, thank you so much for joining us on the Farzy Show.
All right, thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. Davion Taylor joining us on the Rothman Orthopaedics guest line.